with me, Reverend Lee Wallach. I'm here each and every day, at 8 a.m. for your viewing and listening pleasure. What I do is I come to you with ideas. I come to you with questions. I come to you with different ways of looking at the world so that you might ask questions and create a better life, or maybe not a better life. It's up to you. It's all your choice. So today, I come with the idea of what is a true master. A true master is one who can look at the world and be unattached. A true master is someone who lives, for the most part, in the eye of the storm. No matter what is going on around them, no matter all the chaos, no matter all of the confusion, no matter all of the perceived destruction that is going on around, they live in the eye of the storm. And a hurricane is a prime example of that. You see that all the time, that all around the hurricane, stuff is happening, but inside the eye of the storm is peaceful. It's calm. So where is the eye of the storm located? It's in your mind. Your mind controls where you are in respect to the storm. Your mind controls whether you're in the midst of the stuff or you're in the peaceful part that is the eye. Your mind controls where you focus. So you have the power because you have the power of where you put your attention. You have the power of where you put your mind. And I'm not saying don't be oblivious to what's going around. I'm not saying that at all. I'm saying observe it and then know that there is at times things for you to do. But there are times when there is nothing you can do. And when there's nothing you can do, don't allow your emotions to run away with you, because how does that serve? How does that serve? It doesn't. It takes you out of alignment. It takes you out of your truth. And the truth is that you are so much more than this mind. You are so much more than this body. You are consciousness. You are a point of consciousness within the all consciousness. You're a part of the thing itself. When I talk about the thing itself, I'm talking about that thing that is infinite, that infinite intelligence, that the universal consciousness, the quantum field, whatever you want to call it. Call it God, call it George. It doesn't matter. There's no name that can fit it because it is infinite. You get that? You can't define the infinite. Here's the other thing. You can't limit the infinite. All possibilities exist in the infinite. And when you can put your attention, when you can focus your mind and hold your attention, hold your mind on a possibility, building it so that it becomes such an integral part of you. You can't separate the possibility from you. It's in your thoughts, it's in your words, it's in your actions, it's in your feelings. That's when you become a belief. And when you become a belief, you have that experience. I've never said it that way before. That sort of got me excited. When you become a belief, you have that experience. So here's the key thing. You know when you become a belief. You know it because you have the experience of the belief. If you're not having the experience, then there's more work to do to become the belief. And that pertains to every aspect in life, whether it's abundance, health, relationships, career, you name it, spiritual connection, oneness. What do you believe? Do you believe it's possible to get into the eye of the storm? That's a really good question to ask. Do you believe it's possible to get into the eye of the storm? If you don't believe, then here's my tip. You got to practice meditation more. Because what meditation does, it frees you from the ego. It allows you to take back your power and get into the eye, into the stillness, into the allness. Of all the practices that I've studied, of all the practices that I've learned, of all the practices that I've experimented with, the one that constantly stands out as the number one practice for me is meditation. And at times it is the most difficult of all, Because my mind, that ego mind, doesn't like being still. That ego mind doesn't like being in the calm of the storm. And so what does the ego mind do? It says, no, let's look at some more news. Let's get on Facebook. Let's get on Twitter. Let's get on Instagram. Let's get on TikTok and find things to distract us or take us deeper and deeper and deeper into the storm. Why? Because the ego says, I want to know more. I want to know more. And the more you know, the crappier you feel. See, that's why you've got emotions, gang, to tell you. Are you going down the wrong rabbit hole? If you're feeling like crap, you know it's the wrong rabbit hole to go down. Guess what? You get to choose the rabbit hole. And if you start going down the rabbit hole, you're not a victim. Why? Because you have a mind. And whether you're aware of it or not, you are the master of that mind. No one else focuses where that mind looks. No one else focuses it. Only you do. Then I asked the question, as I did in my talk yesterday. If you haven't seen my talk yesterday, go get it on my YouTube channel. Go look at that talk that I did on my YouTube channel. It's only 16 minutes, but it was a really good talk. And I talk about the camera lens. How focused are you? Because the more focused you are, the more limited the perspective you've got. You've got to open up the focus of your mind, of the lens in which you look at life. And when you open it up, the possibility exists. Dan asks, is there a book in your future? There is. I've got it with a ghostwriter right now. I've given him all the chapters. Now it's just for him to do it. Because I'm going to tell you, Dan, writing is not my thing. Speaking, love to speak, love to teach. So I've given him all the information, this magnificent individual. And I know that when it's right, it will happen. You got to allow the universe to work in its time. And I just feel, if I know it's right, I just go with it. I don't fight it. Again, getting into the eye of the storm. Getting into the eye of the storm doesn't mean just when there's crap. It means everything. Can you pull your mind back? Because when you're in the eye of the storm, here's a key. You're not attached. If you have attachment, rest assured, you're not in the eye of the storm. You're still in the ego. Just a little something, just a little trick to be aware of. So I've given you a lot this morning to consider. Where are you going to put your focus? Do you want to experience peace that is always there for you? Or do you want to keep bouncing around in the contrast? It's not good or bad. It's not right or wrong. There's none of that. There's no judgment here. I'm just giving you alternatives of how you can live your life and where you can put your thing. Yeah, it's not about just being unattached to certain things. It's learning to be unattached to everything. And if you're attached to love, then you got a problem. Because it's not about attached to love. Love is just a natural way of being. There's no attachment in love. Love is your natural state. It's when you reboot yourself, then you're in love. To be open-minded means to be able to see all possibilities around you and not just a right or wrong. Realize there are infinite ways that you can look at the universe. Are you open to seeing the universe in infinite ways? If you're open to seeing it, then you start asking more and more and more questions. The more questions you ask, the more ways become apparent to you. That's why life is always about asking more and more and more questions, because you're opening up greater doors. You're opening up greater possibilities. You're not locking yourself into a closet and saying, this is all I can ever experience. So I think that's a lot for today. I've given you the best I've got this morning. Go create yourself a great day. Hey, if you want to get deeper with me, I'm starting classes next week. So if you're interested, If you're interested in taking classes with me, go to the agapespiritualcenter.com, agapespiritualcenter.com, click on the class tab and see if there's a class there you want to take. I'm offering two, one on Monday and one on Tuesday. They're different. One is on spiritual principles. The other is on how to better self-love. So with that, I want you to know that no matter what happens for you today, I see you, I accept you, and I love you just the way you are. Have a great day, everybody. Aloha.